Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Crescent.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are here at Oliver Motors in beautiful Baraboo, and it was a lovely drive, especially on that new Highway 12. What do you think, Janet?
I like when we get into the Bluff area. That's when I go, this is Wisconsin. It's gorgeous. The trees are still, a lot of the trees still have color and haven't lost their leaves yet, so it really was beautiful.
Yeah, little dots of red and orange and so forth. So
I was looking for eagles, bald eagles, didn't see any.
Didn't see any. Well, maybe next time.
Eyes on the road.
Keep your eyes on the road. But we're going to be talking with the folks at Oliver Motors a little bit later on in the program. They've got some new promotions and programs going on. Their business is always growing, and so we'll look forward to talking with those folks later on in the program, and they can help you find a car that best fits your needs.
I'm also really looking forward to one of our guests today because we'll be talking horses. And these are special horses too. The Veterans Equine Trail Services is a nonprofit. We're going to speak with the woman that started and runs this amazing organization that helps vets. I want to say that these sound like they're kind of like therapy horses for folks.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the therapy animals. You've trained therapy dogs, of course, and so it's kind of a similar thing from what I understand. And I'm looking forward to speaking with her. That should be interesting.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them, and they're in Lavelle, Wisconsin, so not too far. We're also talking cow pies.
Cow pies?
How Wisconsin is that? No, we're not talking the cow pies that you have to step around, and we're not talking about the
kind that you throw,
or the kind that you throw.
I'm
talking about the beloved Wisconsin
look at that.
candy.
You've got some there.
Got some there, and they've made
one's for me, right?
Well, I guess so. I'll share.
Stick that
They've
right
made
there.
a change to this. We'll learn a little bit later from Baraboo Candy Company, the folks that make this. What's different about this cow pie these days?
I can't wait. I can't wait to get more candy. That's coming up right after the break here on Wisconsin Family, so stick with us.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here in beautiful Baraboo at Oliver Motors, and we're going to learn a couple of things about the types of cars they may have for you. Maybe there's something in candy apple red. You like candy apple red?
I don't know. I'm actually looking at this Audi over your shoulder here. That's not red, but it looks pretty good.
Well, from candy apple red cars to candy, Baraboo Candy Company joins us. This is Don Carroll, owner. How are you, Don?
I'm very, very well this morning.
Well, thanks for coming in today. So, talk to us a little bit, give us a little bit of a background of the Baraboo Candy Company. How long have you guys been in business?
The Baraboo Candy Company started off as a small chocolate company in Wisconsin Dells, and the founder moved it to a location outside of Baraboo, across from the Ho Chunk Casino there on Highway BD, and that was in '81. So it's been continually evolving since then.
Wow, okay. Always growing.
Always growing.
Yeah.
In 2003, it was purchased by the Smith family, and they're the current owners.
Okay. Okay, great.
Don, you brought some samples along with you. I think a lot of us recognize this packaging.
Right.
This is the very famous cow pie, and very recognizable for sure. But what else does Baraboo Candy make besides the cow pie?
Sure, the cow pie is a staple of our novelty line. We also make it in peanut butter, dark chocolate.
Yes.
We have some spin-offs called Utterfingers, Moo-Chews, Packer Puddles, Bear Tracks, Horse Apples. And that's all of the things that we sell out to distributors and wholesalers in the novelty packaging, as well as fudge, and toffees, and brittles. So everything's made there fresh with Wisconsin ingredients. We bring in fresh ingredients every couple of weeks and turn it into product, and out it goes. So it's a continually cycle of fresh products, ingredients coming in and fresh items going out.
Don't you love that? Using Wisconsin products for that. Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're all about here at 57 is just the hyper local, you know, as local as we can go. So let's talk a little bit about the production process itself. What are the steps that you guys take when you're making some of these products?
Sure. The morning starts off with our plant manager, Tina David. She'll come in early, and we actually have to cool the chocolate down from over 100 degrees down to 87, which is the perfect temperature for chocolate to give it that nice texture.
So it's being heated all night?
It stays warm. We have a 1,000-pound tank where chocolate is continually maintained and stirred in there, and it pumps over to our enrober as we need it.
Yeah.
The kitchen staff is over, preparing caramel or toffee or whatever we're going to run that day. Typically, we do cow pies at least 3 times a week in the large and mini form.
Wow.
They get deposited on a tray of nuts, and that gets set over to production,
Sure.
where we run it down the line. It goes down a cooling tunnel. Takes about a 10-minute ride at 58 degrees. So when it comes out the other end, we can handle it, weigh it, package it, and so forth.
Wow. I have to imagine that like all of these different temperatures are just really fine-tuned to get the exact product that you want. This is not an arbitrary thing like, hey, if it's 57 or 59, I mean, it sounds like it's got to be 58 degrees.
Yeah, everything is to a science.
Yeah.
And it's true and tested. So I mean, people in the confectionery world all basically work around those same parameters.
Sure. Wow.
I have like this perma smile on my face.
Yeah.
Thinking about all that chocolate, my mouth is watering a little bit. I'm a big fan, big fan. So we love the Wisconsin. We love the Wisconsin product. Is it sold all over the country? Where do you sell these products?
It is. Most of the Wisconsin-based and outlying states are handled by our distributors, and they're like large cheese companies.
Sure.
And they'll come pick up in refrigerated trucks, and they just go out and handle all those accounts. We have distributors as far away as St. Louis, Missouri, Memphis, Tennessee. So we're continually branching out.
And things like the Wisconsin cow pie, is that a hit in other places besides Wisconsin?
It's a very big hit. We do a lot of them for weddings and different types of things
Really?
like that as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but yeah, we're all over the country.
Okay.
So it's a nationwide product, and we get Facebook pictures from people having them in other countries as well.
Sure.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
And let's say that somebody may live in an area where these are not readily available nearby, or maybe they just want to order a whole bunch of them. Can you order online? Can you order some of these things online?
Yes, we do have a mail order website,
Okay.
which is very active every day.
Okay.
We do ship all year round. We use thermal packs and cold wraps, and we can get anywhere in the country within 3 days.
Okay.
So it might actually be fun to send as a gift from
Sure.
Wisconsin to
Yeah.
maybe friends and family outside.
Right.
Sure, we do a lot of different gift boxes. We have large and smaller cow spot boxes. So inside of it, we put in our favorite items.
Sure.
So those during the holiday season just fly off the shelves. So
bet.
we stay pretty busy all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you mentioned something about making products for other companies. How does that work? What do you do?
Sure. There's some larger companies that also do mail order, and we'll do some private labeling for them.
I see.
They'll send us in their packaging and so forth, and we produce and pack it into their packaging. And we also do custom printed wrappers for other companies. So we could actually do, for weddings or office functions or anything,
Sure.
we can print just about anything on a cardboard box or
Sure.
individual wrapper.
That's nice to know. So customized.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, here's the $1 million question. Actually, it's 2 parts. Number 1, do you eat any of the candy? And number 2, what's your favorite?
Well, yes, in my position, I need to try stuff daily just to quality control. Probably one of my favorites is our jumbo cashew royal puddle.
Royal Puddle, okay.
Royal puddle. So we make over 100 different items. So there's something for everybody. We also have sugar-free products as well.
Wow. Don Carroll from Baraboo Candy Company, thank you so much for joining us today, and thanks for leaving these with us, can I say? No, I'm just
You're
kidding.
very welcome. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back at Wisconsin Family here at Oliver Motors. Stay with us.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're out in Baraboo at Oliver Motors later on. We'll find out what's going on with them. Maybe some Black Friday specials. It's a time to get a car, maybe. But right now, we're meeting with a very special woman. She's a riding instructor, outreach guru, United States Marine Corps veteran, also a mom to 2 service members. And she's running a really super neat nonprofit. This is Barb Knopf. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
So your organization is called Veterans Equine Trail Service.
Yes, ma'am.
VETS is the acronym. And I've looked at your website. It kind of looks like therapy horses for veterans. Tell us about your program.
Well, that's exactly what it is. We do physical and emotional therapy using rescued Morgan and quarter horses, and our veterans come to the farm with all kinds of silent injuries, PTSD, amputations, anxiety, depression, drug and alcohol addiction, homelessness. And through working with the horses, which are abused and neglected, they both heal.
There's that bond
So it's
there.
amazing. And then once they've healed, They give back by becoming volunteers to our special needs program for kids with cerebral palsy, blind, deaf, autism, mental disorders along them, and troubled youth.
It just keeps moving forward.
Exactly. It steamrolls.
Yeah, you've just tugged at my heartstrings. Like that's
Gives me
so
goosebumps
amazing.
every time.
Yeah.
I have
It's
them
the
to look
best
at that.
non-job.
Wow. So you talked. Who all does this serve then?
We serve all of Wisconsin, but we actually even get veterans in from Illinois and Iowa as
Wow,
well.
okay.
So the veterans come in and spend the day with the farm. We always start with a start time, but not a finish time.
Okay.
They may plan on spending an hour, but time gets away from you at the farm. And we may decide to all go out for pizza. And we always invite them in because they're family to us.
Right.
I could see how that could happen. We'll go for just a little while, and before you know it, a couple
Yeah.
hours.
Absolutely,
Right,
absolutely.
All right, so farm horses, that's got to be kind of expensive. So
It's incredibly expensive.
how do you raise funds?
We do a lot of fundraisers throughout the years, specific events, usually during the spring and summer months, although our most expensive time of year is winter because we feed the horses more hay and more grains because it's cold and wet outside.
Right.
So this is our hardest time of year. We do private donations, grassroots grants, so there's lots of ways that people can assist us.
Oh, that's good to know. And obviously, we're here at Oliver Motors today. Do you have? Is there a special connection that you have with Oliver Motors?
Actually, we do. We transport some of our veterans locally from Toma in the Madison area and within about 40 minutes of the farm. And we needed a secondary transport vehicle because sometimes the farm truck is hauling hay. So I called the guys up here, and of course they have a veteran on their staff, and Dale was wonderful, and they dealt with me, the woman, instead of talking to the gentleman that was with me, they dealt with the woman and talked with me, and we were able to buy a used Cadillac at a great price, reliable transportation. It was an awesome experience.
Wow, very cool.
Boy, every little bit helps too. First, where is your farm exactly?
We are in Laval, Wisconsin. We're off of McKinney Road, and we're right at the base of the 400 trail. So once we get them going in the arena, we have miles and miles to ride on the 400 trail.
Oh, wow, cool.
And carriages, so we drive as well. So we may have somebody who's wheelchair bound. We have buggies, so we drive them,
What a
literally in
delight.
horse and carriage.
Wow. Wow, wow. So you talked about some of your horses, being abused, and then
Yes.
the vets come in and they have PTSD and other silent injuries, as you call them, and then they kind of heal each other. They help each other
Absolutely.
heal. So without getting too specific, where are your horses coming from?
Well, there's only 2 Morgan horse rescues in the U.S.,
Okay.
even though this is the original American breed.
Sure.
We spawned 7 other breeds. So we get calls from across the nation, and we go out and pick up these neglected and abused and starved horses and bring them back to the farm.
Wow. And so what does a typical day look like if you have a vet that's coming in to work with one of the horses, and they intend to spend an hour, but they spend 3? What does that typically look like? What do they do?
Well, our morning, of course, begins with chores with feeding the horses. Of course, there's always manure to move, hay to move, and then the horses need grooming. So they're literally one-on-one, and there's something about dealing with a warm breathing animal. They'll even synchronize their breathing together. And the horse will read if that person is in pain. Kind of like a cat sitting in your lap and purring.
Right.
It's that same kind of experience. So it's really amazing.
And I bet that physical touch goes both ways too.
Right.
The horses really pick up on the needs of the person. It's some type of special God-given gift that they really do pick up and see what you specifically need. If you need closeness or a little distance, and then synchronizing that breathing and moving slowly, they're awesome.
So Barb, if someone has a veteran in their life or is interested in learning more, what's the best way to get in touch to maybe set up an appointment?
I always tell everybody, call me. My cell phone is on me 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. They can reach me at 608-415-8967. And if they need information about donating money or hay or equipment, they can call that same number.
Excellent. Barb Knopf is with Veterans Equine Trail Service. If you want to help them out, look at their website too. They have a tab with a wish list of things that they need. We're a Wisconsin family, and we'll be right back.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Just a quick drive up from Madison to Baraboo is Oliver Motors, and that's where Janet and I have been filming today. And we're so excited to be talking with Dell from Oliver Motors. Dell, how are you?
I'm fantastic, and you?
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for
Excellent.
having us.
Yep.
You know, I really like that when I walk in to your showroom, you have such a wide variety of different vehicles. I mean, there's literally something for everyone here.
That's pretty much what we've been shooting for. I mean, our main focus is at $6,000 to $13,000 vehicle, but we're also going to have some budget vehicles for someone who's looking for, you know, just an inexpensive car, daily driver or something like that. Maybe a student's first car. But I mean, don't count us out for the other stuff. We have a pretty decent variety of vehicles in that higher end price range, later model, lower miles. Like the Land Rover that's sitting behind us, the Range Rover. We had a 2005 Bentley that we had here up until last week. And then a couple of diesel trucks we just picked up also.
Wow.
So not a wide variety, cars, trucks, vans, sport utilities.
Yeah, you bet, you bet. And you have something now that you're doing called the Heroes Discount.
Correct.
You want to talk to us about that?
Yes. One of the things that we rolled out this month, and we figured it was a good time to roll it out because it is, you know, Veterans Day was this month, and I kind of consider the whole month that, is for past military, present military, law enforcement, fire, EMT, rescue. We are doing an additional discount on top of the discount that we have on the car already. So whatever our retail price was on our disclosure to whatever our sale price was, whatever that discount is, they get an extra 10% off.
Wow, okay.
So off of that discount.
And it's the month of November?
This is going to be from here on out.
Oh, forever.
Forever, yeah.
Okay.
We're very active with the whole community, but also that community. Jake, one of our team members here, is in the military. Matter of fact, he leaves at noon today, and he's going to be gone for the weekend for his weekend drill. My two stepdaughters are in the Sea Cadets, which is a Navy program for the youth. I was volunteer fire when I was in a small town. I have a brother who's active military, my grandparents and parents, and Jake's family. So it's something that's close to home, and we want to make sure we give back to that.
I was going to ask if there was some special connection that maybe helped nudge you into deciding on offering the Heroes discount.
Well, and just everything that they do. I mean, I was also on the board of directors for the Red Cross. And everybody thinks of the Red Cross when there's a big tragedy. But they don't realize what the people give up during the rest of the time and what they do for people during the rest of the time.
Right.
And that's kind of like our heroes. I mean, we hear about a conflict, or we see a fire, or we see an accident, we think about the first responders, the law enforcement, and our military. But we forget about what they actually give up on a daily basis. You know, Jake leaving this weekend is going to be away from his family for the weekend. And it's opening hunting, and, well, he's missing that, too. So that's a big thing here in Wisconsin.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, we want to make sure we give back to that.
All right. Well, that sounds neat. The Heroes discount. Let's talk about what's new inside your store. You have a few additions and exciting things.
We do. I think the last time you guys were here, we talked about our inventory, of course, and what we were going towards. And I'm happy to say that a lot of that has started coming to play. Our accessory department is open, full swing. We can get you accessories on cars, trucks, vans, sport utilities, anything from a tonneau cover to bug shields to aftermarket wheels and tires. We do have a 2012 Chevy Tahoe that's out front that we did put some accessories on. Bigger wheels and tires, and lifted the front end up 2 inches and put some halo LED headlights and taillights into it just to give it a little bit more of a different look.
Sure.
Hopefully we're going to put some kind of a package together.
Sure.
That's true. You really make something your own when you add those kinds of things.
Is that primarily, I mean, I've never personally accessorized any of my vehicles, but is that really the reason why people accessorize, is because they want their own unique look to their vehicle?
Give you something a little bit original.
Yeah.
I mean, there's how many Chevy Impalas out there?
Right, yeah.
So if you put a little window tint on it, or you maybe put a rear spoiler on it, or you put some aftermarket rims on it, and just give it a nice little look.
Yeah.
The Tahoe I took from being a plain Jane silver Tahoe to my eyes, looking a little tough. So
Yeah.
Looking tough.
look at that's what it's all about. It's all about
right.
the look.
All right.
You brought up a point that I've sure experienced. Let's say we're talking about Chevy Impalas, or you get a Chevy Impala, and next thing you know, you start seeing them all over the road.
Right.
There's got to be
yeah.
a name for that
Especially the
phenomenon.
same color.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Maybe we can come up with a name for that.
Well, you said you have a Jeep, right?
I do, yeah.
So what we can do is give it a 2-inch lift, kick the tires out a little bit, put some aggressive wheels and tires on it.
I think that's right up your alley,
See?
Janet.
Now we're talking.
I've seen the stickers that actually are upside down, and it says, if you can read this, you know.
Roll me back on my head.
Yeah, yeah, roll me over.
What can you do for my Subaru Forester now?
Well,
because that's
we
not
can come
exactly
up
the
with- We
badass
can come up
type
with
of-
something. We can come up with something.
Make you feel tough, Justin.
That's right.
There you
That's
go.
right.
There you go. So, I mean, obviously, the draw here is that you just have such a wide variety of vehicles for, you know, both in terms of price and in terms of style.
Correct.
So, if you are looking for a car, chances are you can find something that'll fit your needs here at Oliver Motors.
And if we don't, I have the previous 5 years I worked in the auction business.
Mm-hmm.
So I've built relationships with dealers throughout the whole state of Wisconsin,
Mm-hmm.
Northern Illinois, and Minnesota.
Sure.
So I can make phone calls to a lot of these dealers and maybe get something that's overage on their lot or something
Sure.
to trade that's not something they normally would have on their lot.
Sure.
That's an interesting point. You got connections.
That's right. That's right.
There you go.
Someone on the inside.
Now, before the interview today, we were talking a little bit about online. Do you do online sales as well?
We do a lot of online sales. I'm going to say a strong 55% of our business is coming from the online, whether it's
No kidding.
a Car Gurus or our website or something like that.
How does that work? Does someone actually buy a car sight unseen, or do they come in and test drive and decide later?
Primarily, it's they do the research online first. So they go to our website, they see all the features and benefits, and then they contact us, schedule a time for us to meet up, and we do the proper walk around and test drive with them.
And they go home and decide, and then they click buy. Put it
Well,
in their cart.
Well, they'll usually do it here, but there are some people who do buy online sight unseen.
Right.
They see it and they just click buy and
Yeah.
away they
I
go.
can't imagine.
Wow.
I'm so slow when I buy stuff.
One thing I want to mention really quickly that's pretty unique to Oliver Motors is that you guys, there's other dealerships who they'll allow you to test drive a vehicle, but they don't necessarily say, hey, let's get in the vehicle, and they wait for the customer or the potential customer to bring it up. But you guys actually insist that people test drive.
Yes. As I've said to many of my customers in the past, even if it was free, if you don't like it, you're not going to buy it.
Right.
So what I want to do is I want to sit down with you, figure out what exactly you're looking for, because if you knew how many times somebody came in and was looking at a Mustang and drove out in a minivan, there's a want and a need.
Yeah, right.
So I want to make sure that we're finding all of the benefits for the features that they're looking for. Test drive them in the vehicle, make sure it's the right vehicle for them, because this is going to be the second largest investment in your life,
Absolutely.
next to a house.
Yep.
Some people, it's the largest investment.
Yep.
But one other thing I did want to bring up is we also have an apparel and die-cast department we just opened up. So if you're looking for hat, t-shirts for classic cars or for a manufacturer, or if you're looking for a 1/24th or 1/18 scale die-cast car, most of them classics, you can stop in here also. And making us kind of that wide-rounded dealership that you not only can purchase a vehicle, but maybe buy something for the hard-to-shop for car enthusiasts.
Yeah, Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Del Mortar from Oliver Motors, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We're out of time, and we want to thank all of our guests and our viewers. We're a Wisconsin family, and we'll see you next time.